My commentary on Thaddeus Golas and The Lazy Man's Guide to Enlightenment. It's, to me, one of the best books of all time. I had not intended of putting this on YouTube, and maybe nobody will listen, but I just think this is a consciousness expanding book, and it's short and to the point and always relevant. And I've read thousands of books in the spirituality, New Age genre, and there's a handful that are just the top of the list. And I've got to give this one a huge nod. It may be, in my book, maybe the best book ever written, because it's eminently useful. So listen to every word. I mean, there's so many phrases in there. I'm so thankful he included in there. It's a masterpiece, and his other books are out of print, but it's a one-hit wonder, but it's something else. Okay, YouTube. Send it out to anyone who wants to raise their vibes, dude. The universe is made of one kind of whatever it is, which cannot be defined. It isn't necessary to try to define it. The basic function of each being is expanding and contracting. Expanded beings are permeative, contracted beings are dense and impermeative. When a being is totally contracted, this person is a mass particle, completely imploded. To the degree that that person is contracted, that being is unable to be in the same space with others. And so, contraction is felt as fear, pain, unconsciousness, ignorance, hatred, evil, and a whole host of strange feelings. At an extreme, the being has the feeling of being completely insane, of resisting everyone and everything, of being unable to choose the contents of its consciousness. But the being, anyone, you, he, she, can get out of this at any time by expanding, by letting go of all resistance to what you think, see, or feel. The universe is an infinite harmony of vibrating beings, an elaborate range of expansion, contraction ratios, frequency modulations, and so forth. There's a particular set of feelings and ideas that go with every vibration, every variation, every combination. There is no important difference between live and dead matter, since both are made up of live entities. Not only is mass convertible into energy, but energy is convertible into space and vice versa. It is our own withdrawal from awareness. That makes us see others as objective matter, energy, and space. We always have the experiences and perceptions appropriate to our vibration level. The same rules apply to all of us. The rules do not come from anywhere outside ourselves. They come from the truth that we are all equal. We all have the same range of possible behavior and experience. We are free to do anything we want to do within the necessary laws of our relations as equal beings. And love must be the first law. Love is the action of being in the same space with other beings. Love is not a limited idea, it is something we do. Perhaps many of us do not like it where we are in the universe now, but we can all be certain we got where we are by our own decisions to expand in love or withdraw from it. Each of us is the same kind of being in that the being is capable of outflowing attention and awareness or withdrawing it. And that is all we need to do. Give full, permissive, loving attention to absolutely anything that we see in our minds, in our bodies, in our environment, in other people. Expansion in love is an action that is available to every being in the universe all the time. A willing awareness will take us to heaven. A loving attitude will make us free. Nothing else controls our fate. Good or bad behavior is secondary. Whatever you're doing, love yourself for doing it. Whatever you're thinking, love yourself for thinking it. Love is the only dimension that needs to be changed. If you're not sure how it feels to be loving, love yourself for not being sure of how it feels. There is nothing on earth more important than the love which conscious beings feel towards each other, whether or not it is ever expressed. There is no point in worry or wonder about worse or better conditions, although that game is available. You will not be able to rise above your present vibration level to stay until you love the way you are now. No matter what your condition is, no matter where you find yourself in the universe, the choice is always the same. Expand your awareness or contract it. And you have to start wherever you are. There is nothing wrong with being where you are. It's one of infinite experiences that are available to us. Whatever we are doing will always be within us to do, even when we are not doing it, and therefore it is not to be resisted but transcended. We can trust the flow of the universe. If these rules of love are true, then they are effective whether we agree with them or not, whether we are conscious of them or not, whether we use words to talk about them or not. The reality of love is something you do for yourself, with or without words, and judge the results from your own experiences. Anything that happens on Earth can be experienced by any of thousands of different vibration levels. from the most euphoric to the gloomiest. We are entirely free to emphasize any level we wish. We need change nothing but our own attention and love, our own expansion and love. Since the universe is nothing but live beings, each controlling his or her own level and their relationships, their own relationships, there is absolutely nothing in the universe that needs to be corrected in any way. We don't have to do anything about it, whatever it is. There is consciousness everywhere in the universe, and we can trust all beings to handle their own decisions. No matter how it looks to us, love never loses control. The laws of our relations are as honest and exact as the laws of physics. Being space is a readiness to be aware fully of anything conceivable. It means we have no resistance, no denial of any concept or relationship. We're not required to gather any particular set of ideas or experiences, virtues or sufferings. Anything that exists can be experienced with a completely expanded awareness. Regardless of how you have limited your awareness, you are a free and self-determined being. No other live being nor any group of beings can control your vibration level. That means that the physical world has no power over you whatsoever. It doesn't tempt you, it doesn't corrupt you, it doesn't get in the way of enlightenment. It doesn't do anything to you. You are the sole cause of your level of existence. Your internal condition is never programmed. The experience of being forced or controlled against your will can only occur when you make yourself dense, when you contract your awareness. The more we withdraw from loving other beings, the more of a physical world we will contend with. The more mass-obsessed we become. The more we open up to others, the less solid the world becomes. To be enlightened is to be in a state of flexible awareness, an open mind. It is the very process of expanding, not arriving at a different set of limits. What does it mean to be whole? It means we must be willing to conceive of, to contain within ourselves whatever is other than any limited idea. It means that knowing that when we emphasize a positive, we are at the same time creating a negative. When we choose an ideal of knowledge, then we must deal with the ignorance that is other than that knowledge. If we remain constantly open and unresisting to negatives, we are not compelled to dwell on them. Love is the highest and holiest action because it always contains that which is not love within itself. It always and ever moves to include the unloving. How often we try to figure out a cause and effect sequence in our experiences when what is happening is merely a swing of alternating conditions. We may choose a negative task and feel rewarded, or conversely, we may pursue a seductive pleasure and then feel cheated. We never stand back to see that we're just swinging like pendulums. The remedy for this confusion is to be loving, to experience life without mental resistance, until we rise above mass and energy to the space level. On that level, where love is constant and our awareness is open, we will more easily comprehend the miracle of containing contradictions, opposites, and paradoxes. We will be free to experience what we choose because we will not deny that we always contain everything other than our choice. Karma is not paying for exactly what you did in the past. It's just that as you raise your vibration level, you may encounter the kind of experiences you withdrew from in the past, or you may run into anything other than what you are insisting on now. If you try to close your mind, you will drop back to a lower vibration. But if you look calmly at undesired events, absorb them mentally, and love yourself for disliking them, you will keep going higher. As you deal with and love each new disturbing phenomenon, you will begin to realize that none of the threatening evil that bothered you has disappeared from the world, but your compulsive feelings of dismay and helplessness will be gone. You will learn how to steer your way around or through turbulent vibrations, and in time, they won't happen to you anymore. You will see how you can change your emotions and experiences by understanding their relation to your awareness level. An unresisting state of mind and a constantly expanding love. It's quite natural in just trying to be happier to look to your everyday experiences for signs of results. Indeed, your daily life is nothing else but an expression of your spiritual condition. Your life will change as you become more loving, but not in ways that you can exactly predict. What happens is not as important as how you react to what happens. It can be safely predicted that as you grow more loving of yourself and others, you will in this lifetime begin seeing every person and object as a perfect form, just the way they are now. You will feel a rich pleasure in every moment. And since beauty really is in the eye of the beholder, your vibrations will be beautiful too. There is a paradise in and around you right now. And to be there, you don't even have to make a move. Not even lifting your eyes from the page. You can open yourself to the diamond-like perfection of everything you see and feel. If you don't think it can happen that easily, just be loving, moment by moment, and trust that it will come to you. In truth, you're always being allowed to decide for yourself to define the universe that is real to you. You are never asked to torment or frustrate yourself. You don't have to prove anything. You can't prove anything. Your vibrations always speak true. You cannot lie about them. And it's easy to rise on the wings of love. No matter how convincing any perception of any level of reality, no matter how overwhelming, intricate, or complex, you are still seeing only a fragment within the true reality. And in sexual relations, again, love overcomes the pendulum effect, the yin-yang of concepts. Must begin with loving yourself. If you love everything you feel and do, including your emotionally dry and empty moods, your pleasure will keep coming back. It is the action of contracting your awareness that makes any condition compulsory. It is also important not to judge others for their pleasures of the flesh. What you deny to others will be denied to you. For the plain reason that you are always legislating for yourself, all your words and actions define the world you want to live in. One of the necessary laws for our relations as equal beings is this: what you say goes, but only for you and those who agree with you. If you say a man should not receive help undeservedly, it may not affect his life much, but it will hold for you. You will not get undeserved help. If you say that other people's sexual pleasures are vulgar, it won't change their experiences, but your pleasures will become vulgar. It is precisely your unlimited power to control your experience
that hangs you up? How much compassion and forgiveness do you want for yourself? Give it to others. Grant to others the freedom, the love, the consciousness that you want for yourself. No resistance. This does not mean that you must be physically passive or meekly put up with bad vibrations or rip-offs. This means no resistance in your mind. Be free in your head, act out of love, and do what feels good. There is no action that is always right or wrong. The only true variable is the love with which you act. As you open your awareness, life will improve of itself. You won't even have to try. It's a beautiful paradox. The more you open your consciousness, the fewer unpleasant events intrude themselves into your awareness. Love as much as you can from wherever you are. You may not want to love what you feel or see. You may not be able to convince yourself that you could love it at all, but just decide to love it. Say out loud that you love it, even if you don't believe it. And say, I love myself for hating this. Love it the way it is. The way you see the world depends entirely on your own vibration level. When your vibration changes, the whole world will look different. The way to raise your vibration level is to feel more love. Start by loving your negative feelings, your own boredom, dullness, and despair. It's hard to believe, but changing the content of your mind does nothing to change your vibration level. For the purpose of raising your awareness, it's useless to change your ideas, your faith, your behavior, your place of residence, or your companions. You are where you are, so you might as well get your attitude straight before you make a change. Otherwise, you might find yourself chasing all over creation, looking for the right place. Nothing will feel right to you. You take yourself with you wherever you go. If you can't find it where you're standing, where do you expect to wander in search of it? The direction of change to seek is not in our four dimensions. It is getting deeper into what you are, where you are. Like turning up the volume on the amplifier. When you love yourself, you are in truth expanding love into many other beings. And the more loving you are, the more loving the beings within and around you. On all levels, we are mutually dependent vibrations. Play a happy tune and happy dancers will join your trip. In another sense, loving yourself is a willingness to be in the same space with your own creations. Loving yourself is not a matter of building your ego. Egotism is proving that you are worthwhile after you have sunk into hating yourself. Loving yourself will dissolve your ego. You will feel no need to prove that you are superior. All conceivable universes in all conceivable dimensions exist in the one mind as pure idea or archetype. When any of us withdraws from a willingness to create any aspect of that, we drop to a lower vibration level. Pain is the experience of not being able to get into the same space with others. But all you need to do to get free of pain, to get unstupid, is to be willing to be aware of anything that enters your consciousness. What you cannot think about, you cannot control. What you cannot conceive of in your awareness, you will stumble over in your path. The way out, as hard as it may be to believe, is not by resisting further, by moving the furniture around, but by loving it. Unfortunately, most people with good intentions are trying to deny or eliminate what is already manifest. By all means, go to the doctor when you're sick, disable someone trying to hurt you, ask unpleasant people to leave your house, start a revolution. Just keep your awareness open all the while, and know that your evil has manifested itself in your life because of your lack of love. The true enemy, if there is one, is in yourself, in your failure to love enough. Some people think that thoughts are things and that you must avoid negative thoughts or they will happen. Thoughts are certainly powerful when conceived by expanded beings, but trying to withdraw from thoughts is what got us incarnated on a mass level in the first place. If you avoid negative thoughts, they sooner or later will manifest themselves physically. The universe is an infinite tapestry of perfectly ordered love relationships, and when you are loving enough, you rise. Your movement as a being is not horizontal through time, so to speak. All states of consciousness are available right now. Every possibility in the past and future exists timelessly. It's always there, and you activate your level of reality by your own vibrations. There is a jewel of perfect ecstasy of being who you are. You are at the level of consciousness that has the greatest pleasure and ecstasy you are capable of accepting. I surrender to this reality. I have no resistance to this reality. I am one with this reality. We define ourselves, we find out who we are by what we disagree with. Changing your vibration level, raising your love level is the only action that results in real change for the better. Group encounters, sexual freedom, revolution, yoga, diets, asceticism, rock music, dope, all means are dependent on your interest and creative power to be effective. These are all good games, but don't try to force yourself past the time when you are really interested. They work only while your attention to them is aroused. Whether I am conscious of it or not, I am one with the cause of all that exists. Whether I feel it or not, I am one with the love, with all the love in the universe. We can vary our experience of time by changing our vibrations. Our concepts, feelings, and limited relations have beginnings and endings in time, but we do not. On the space level, when we are completely expanded, the time is always now. When you look at a lake, there is no water in your mind. Put another way, the awareness of a hard object has no hardness in it. The awareness of confusion is not confused. The awareness of insanity is not insane. The awareness of the passage of time takes no time. There is no time in it. Note carefully that when your vibrations are slow, events seem to happen fast. And you will feel that events are happening too fast for you to control them. And you may therefore feel impelled to try much harder to exercise control. You may try to establish habits of orderly behavior, and you may resent disorderly people. You may try to get away from disturbing events by moving to the country, moving out of the country, or turn off your consciousness with hard drugs or liquor. The more you love, the faster you vibrate, the less need you feel to control anything, and you are not fearful of change and variety. You experience everything deeper and slower and more lovingly. The higher the ratio of expansion to contraction in yourself, the more expanded and loving you are, the faster you vibrate. If the world looks beautiful and safe, you are vibrating fast. If it looks gloomy, dull, and frightening, then you are vibrating slow, and you need to love yourself for vibrating too slow. Inside yourself or outside, you never have to change what you see, only the way you see it. It is useless to try to escape any difficulty by contracting your consciousness. Your true nature is beyond time. Never pull your attention away from a scene impulsively because it looks ugly, unpleasant, or painful. Make a conscious decision. The words are enough to love yourself for seeing it as revolting. If possible, keep your attention on it until it turns beautiful, or at least until you are indifferent to it. You don't have to go looking for bad scenes to test yourself or remind yourself of all that is wrong in the world. But once a scene manifests itself in your presence, become as fully aware of it as you can. Staying with it is important. You may hide in your room or leave the city, but you as an entity will still be stuck on a low vibration level of denial if you pull away suddenly. It will seem like the strangest of coincidences when, having withdrawn your attention sharply from one unpleasant scene, you keep running into others like it. This will baffle you and keep happening until you come to an unpleasantness you can tolerate or love, and your vibrations go up. Look at it, love it, and then get away. It's all right to channel your attention to what is pleasant for you. What else is freedom for? As long as there is free will, there are always going to be beings creating vibrations that you do not like, no matter what level you are on. The point is to take your leave in a way that doesn't hang you up. Keep your mind open and unresisting to any possibility. No matter what others are doing, you are the only one who is responsible for what happens to you. There is nothing in the external event that in the least way determines your feelings and experiences. Your life is entirely governed by your vibrations. What they tell you and how you respond. The slower your vibrations, the more unpleasant your life. You will contend with more conflict, mass, and pain. Events will happen too fast for your control, yet time will seem interminable because you can see no way out. But when you raise your vibration level, you can neatly sidestep collisions, both psychic and physical, quite literally change the world for the better. Love is the strongest magic of all. When you learn to love hell, you will be in heaven. There are a lot of words for how it feels to be completely expanded. Total awareness, completeness, freedom, love, ecstasy, certainty, stability, supreme intelligence, compassion. Absolute stability exists naturally at the space level because all relationships are persistent to the degree that the beings involved have the same expansion. But on the more contracted levels, where there is by definition some withdrawal of awareness, we accordingly have less control over how long the stable condition lasts. And when we are relating to beings whose vibrations are higher or lower than ours, we feel unstable and uncertain. In an unstable relationship, we have basically two ways to go, regardless of the subtleties of the changes. One way is towards stability, reaching a common level of vibration. The other way is towards disintegration, getting so far apart in vibrations that we are no longer aware of each other at all. Since we are uncomfortable in the presence of vibrations higher or lower than our own, we tend to make certain natural responses. If the other person is lower, we will generally try to get the person on our level, to cheer this person up, to help the person out. But if the person is on a higher level, we will often try to bring this person down, get them to lower their vibrations. When you try to help someone, you're often working against their own natural, unconscious effort to bring you down. The lower vibrational person will be draining the energy of the higher person, often with the best moral and social motives. This effort can take the form of exaggerated praise, sly pokes, disguised in polite words, pleading for help with problems, showing fear and depression, freaking out, starting an argument, quoting authorities, and 1,000 other forms, all the way down to putting the higher vibrational person in prison or killing them. If you are faced with such behavior, the remedy is to keep on outflowing love, to have no resistance in your mind. The lower vibrating person may reach farther and farther to bring you down. But when they see that you will not come down, when they sense that you have no internal resistance to them, they will either have to raise their vibration to feel stable and comfortable, and the other person will rise or they will disintegrate from the relationship. If you sense that the person is not going to do anything but try to bring you down, you are free to affect the disintegration when you choose. Just split. Don't dwell on it, and don't feel guilty about it. It's just the natural order of things. Attachment and resistance are appearances with the same root. When you resist by pulling away your awareness, the emotion is one of fear, and the contraction is experienced as a pull, like magnetism or gravity. Here are some lines that have made me feel good both in times of emotional turmoil and in meditation. I am nothing. I am empty. I am silent. I have no resistance to the vibrations of other beings. I have no resistance to the expansions and contractions of other beings. The principle of equality is a safe guide, both in saving us from foolish condescension to disturbed people, and from self-limiting awe towards superior people. The solution to all our push-pull tensions is to treat everyone, every being you recognize to be alive, as equal to yourself. Always look deeper than any evidence that you are unequal. If another person displays great wisdom or genius, produces great things, inflates themselves, don't believe it. It's not any evidence that this person's potential is higher than yours. Know that anything this person has done, you can do. Don't admire the person excessively. That separates you. Let the person be what he or she is. Love them. Enjoy what they produce. Treat them as an equal. On the other side, if a person displays sickness and insanity, degradation and emotional distress, helplessness and despair, just don't believe it as any evidence that this person's potential is lower than yours. Know that anything you are doing, this person can do as well. Don't blindly agree with his or her game. Don't react as though what they are doing is real. Let the person be what they are, Love them as they are. Have compassion for them. Treat them as your equal. Begin with the knowledge that he or she can bring themselves out of it. Your attention is always life-giving. It will make the person feel stable and loved. And they can go up from there if they want to. It is not a personal affront to yourself when someone is being discordant. It is a measure of this person's pain. He or she is showing you how much they hurt, how much compassion they need. While we still believe that there are people greater or lesser than ourselves, we will tend to hang on all the more tightly to our current vibration level. We will be fastened to the people who make us feel at home. We will be stuck with our ideas, our emotional habits, our jobs, our bodies. Once you begin to behave in the knowledge that no being is greater or lesser than you, then you are free to change, because you will feel stable no matter what level you are on. You will feel calm and sure of yourself, with or without a body, with or without a job, a brain, a book to read, a book to write, etc. Withdrawing awareness from the expansions of others and keeping attention on the contractions of others fastens us to the world of matter. But this can be reversed very easily, starting now. It's a nice truth that the way that will relieve your woes on the physical plane will also take you to the highest spiritual realization. And the way is simple, no resistance. The concept that we live in a universe of equal beings can make sense of all religions and contain all metaphysical attitudes. It is the easiest raft to discard when we reach the other shore that is no shore. It can tell us how to live on this plane. It can integrate our scientific knowledge. It can show how our physical existence is the expression of spiritual laws. It gives us an absolutely confident understanding of what is true and what is real. You are free to be anywhere you want to be in the world that is real to you now. And beyond that, you are capable of being in any time, on any vibration level, in any system, with whomever you like. Regardless of how trapped you feel, how weighed down by one day after another, your fundamental freedom is not affected. If you look at your environment now, you may see a great deal of reality that makes you feel secure even when it hurts or tires you out. In any case, you're never alone. There are many beings aware of you at all times, loving you, ready to make you feel it whenever you are ready to open up to it. Taking care to see that you don't get in too deep, encouraging you to love yourself. The world you see is in truth a reality of convenience. In a sense, the universe will compassionately arrange itself into anything you need it to be to work out your preferences. You have an infinite choice of worlds to live in. You may live in a universe in which there is a God at the top with a hierarchy down to souls in outer darkness, or a materialistic world in which you experience no life after death, just a complete wipeout of the past. You may have a heaven and hell. Whatever your choice, whatever vibrations feel right to you, you will tune in and stabilize with others who are believing the same thing. On the space level, like usually attracts like. You can tune your vibrations to Christ consciousness or Buddha consciousness and experience supernatural compassion. You can tune yourself into black magic and live in a world of weird shapes and violent forces. You can tune in on Mickey Mouse or Mr. Natural in the comic book. You can become one with the Divine Mother and dwell in sensuous luxury. Just remember these two words, no resistance. These two words apply even more importantly on the levels that on those other levels than our own level. Remember no resistance, especially when you are dying. There is a perfect means to enlightenment, a simple path that is available to every being in the universe all the time. Love is the perfect means to enlightenment. It is available at all times to every being. Nothing and no one has the power to stand in the way. Go beyond reason to love. It is safe. It is the only safety. Love all you can. And when you are ready, all will be shown to you. No matter how confused or stupid or unloving other persons may appear to us, we have no right ever to assume that their consciousness is on a lower level than ours. They may be realizing far deeper dimensions of love. The way we see them is an explicit measure of our own vibration level. The very people we now see as vulgar, unenlightened, stupid, rip-offs, insane, these people, when we learn to love them and all our feelings about them, are our tickets to paradise. And that is all we need to do, is love them. We may express that love or not as we wish, in any way we wish. It doesn't even matter how we treat them, but we must see them and love them as they are now. For we cannot deny them the freedom to be what they are, just as we must love ourselves as we are now. Recap. Love it the way it is. Love as much as you can from wherever you are. Whether I am conscious of it or not, I am one with the cause of all that exists. Whether I feel it or not, I am one with all the love in the universe. Go beyond reason to love. It is safe. It is the only safety. All states of consciousness are available right now. Whatever you are doing, love yourself for doing it. When you learn to love hell, you will be in heaven.